dancing, but I'm sore from last night.
Too much dancing last night?
Yeah, too much dancing. And
hello and welcome to a Gypsy's Kiss. It's the first Humpday Hoedown of the decade, and I'm Shelley Carney, magical treasure princess and life coach to the stars.
To the rich and famous, I like those.
Oh, to the rich and famous too.
And I'm your other host, Toby Younis. We have some emails to read. We have a giveaway to announce. We don't have any giveaways to give away tonight. We did that last because we didn't have a Wednesday show. So we have a giveaway to announce. We have a present to open that we should have opened on Christmas. And there's some text messages. There's some voicemail. So we got a lot to do. It's a busy January 1st. You know, thanks for joining us. It is the first show of the decade. I want to thank our viewers, for getting us over the 6,000 mark.
Woohoo!
6,000 subscribers, and based on... Why is that? It's everything is too loud.
Only lets you play one thing at a time.
Yeah. No. You can play it more. You just can't hear it because of... Oh, we did it. Okay. Transition now. Humpday. Indeed, Humpday.
Humpday.
Humpday. Day. It's Humpday.
It is.
But it's also the first day of 2020, the first day of the decade.
Everything in one day.
All in one day. And it's party time.
It's party time.
By the way, for those of you that joined me last night.
Party time was last night.
Toby at 10, thank you. I had a great time. And it just got better the more
you drank?
More tipsy I got of me. Lu Jiu Lao Jiao.
Oh, boy.
I was lucky to be able to say the damn thing at the end of the night. I just want to say, well, let's get this done first.
Housekeeping, you want towels?
That's what you want to say?
You want towels because it's important to have towels. Make sure that before the end of the night, you give us a like. YouTube likes it when you like your video. And as I said this afternoon, the International Association of Sand Collectors, or the International Sand Collectors Society, likes it. And we're going to have some of them on our sand show. Can you see that? How cool is that? Kevin made that for us. Isn't that cool? Share it with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your business associates, the entirety of your social networks so that we can continue to
grow the channel.
We're going to get to 10,000 by the end of 2020. Woo! I promise that. And then last but not least, if you are not already goals, I put it right here.
Goals.
Grow AGK to 10,000, 10K
baby.
subs by the end of 2020. That's one of my goals.
Tell your friends.
If you're not already subscribers, this would be the ideal time to subscribe so that we can get to that 10K. And once you click on the subscribe button, you'll see the... Wait, you do the... I like when you do. So make sure you press that subscribe button.
Oh. Auga.
Okay. You've done it with more energy than that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Let's do it again. So make sure you press that subscribe button like that. And then when you see the notifications bell, you can ring the notifications bell, and that way when we start a live stream or we announce a live stream, you will be immediately informed and
In the know.
because there is nothing better in life than being in the know. I'm going to have to learn how to say that in Spanish. It's got to be a weird way to say it. One of the other things you can do, as Sean Martinez, our good friend Sean Martinez,
El Smarto.
has done, he's highlighted his comment by starting his comment with an @ Gypsy's Kiss. That means we see it a lot easier when it goes by in the room. And then, of course, there's our 3D Bronze, who's given us a super chat of $1.99. 3D Bronze can be found at 3dbronze.com. And you know the kinds of gifts that he's given us. And also, there's a link in the description box below. If you use that link, we get a commission on every sale of any object that you buy from 3D Bronze. And I strongly recommend you go to 3dbronze.com. The number 3, the letter D, bronze.
And if you like to
.com.
give us a little super chat the same way that 3D Bronze did and have your comment appear in a beautiful colored box, or choose one of the many cool stickers that are available at, in the super chat area. And yeah, do that.
That's how we end our promotional things. Yeah. Like Toby Renee finishing one of her
I
jokes.
ran out of things
Yeah.
to think about it, say about it.
Yeah.
So do that.
Do that.
Or you can go to our PayPal, which will appear above our heads momentarily, and donate there if you like. Or you can just text us and let us know what's up at 202-815-1171.
We will open the phone lines later. Kevin Billup, I see you in the Facebook room. You said you have a question. Write that question. You don't have Super Chat. You don't have the benefit of Super Chat, but I can see it. I can see your questions on here. So, Kevin, go ahead and write that question, and I'll see if I can answer it for you. We do have some emails to read. Let me see. There was something else I wanted to say. No, I guess that's it. Oh, goal. Yeah, we had a great time last night. It was a lot of fun. I am going to do that from now on. Every New Year's Eve, we're going to have it as long as I'm alive. As long as I'm alive and healthy. Like, there's going to be a time, where I'm just like 85 and we still haven't found the damn treasure. And I'm going to be, hey, folks, it's New Year's Eve with Toby. That's going to be frightening.
You used to think that about yourself.
When I was, 15
years ago.
That's right.
Like, when I was 70.
When I'm 55, I used to make fun of myself being 70. I used to do that little thing. Well, girls, when I get to be 70, you're going to have to come out and visit me. Nah, you know what? I fly out there. We go to the beach.
It's got wings.
I do it. Hey, so AJ Rainville, who has a very nice YouTube channel.
We got presents.
What? Oh, okay. We got the presents. Where is it? I don't see it.
Gifts. Oh, we got another Kaching from 3D Bronze. He says, new year, new products coming soon. World's smallest Forrest Fenn inspired bronze chest preview pictures on my site now.
Oh, we'll go there. Remind me later. We'll go over and visit it when we get the screen up. Holly says, Toby, I hope the next year you are out dancing with fun chicks, not spilling drinks to Technoco. I didn't spill my drink to Techno. You know what? I guess I could, but again, my favorite place to go is now.
Just fight over him.
That's the other problem is they like men in suits.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a present from AJ Rainville, and you can tell because that little bridge thing is his symbol. AJ has his own YouTube channel. Go visit it. He does a really cool thing with puzzles and riddles on Monday night, and it causes you to consider thinking about stuff. So, wow. Here, I'll do that. I got the treasure. You want to open it? We should have opened it last week, but we didn't have a show, so And then we had Cynthia on Friday. And Cynthia, honestly, is a handful. The woman is
Two
a
handfuls.
handful. Yeah, she's two handfuls. For you, those of you who've seen her pictures. A little pun there. Oh, it's AJ's infamous cookies.
Infamous.
Yum! Because
Infamous.
he gives cookies away when you get if you on his show and you get the answer to the puzzle, whatever riddle he's proposed, he gives you cookies. And if I remember correctly, he makes his cookies. So these are AJ Rainville homemade. Oh, you're on a diet. You just started your diet today. Can you eat cookies?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
You can have them.
Okay, I will.
They got bridges on them.
They've got their sugar cookies with white icing and chocolate icing made bridges. I don't know. I was worried we would waited too long, but we apparently haven't. Those are good. Thank you, AJ. Thank you for the present. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Let's see. AJ says, I forgot the suite number in the address. I figured you didn't get it. No, the guys over at the UPS store know our address. They know a Gypsy's Kiss, so they know where to put it. We got it. We did get it.
Especially the lady who works there. She's sweet on Toby.
She was really cute. She sent me a company business card, you know. It was like they put business cards in your box. I have
Christmas
a box there.
card from
A Christmas
their
card
business.
from their business. Yeah, thank you for explaining that.
Not a business
And
card.
I opened up so I got it when I get a package, they send me a text message saying you received a package. So that way I know to go pick it up. And so they sent me one of those messages to go pick it up. And the only thing that was in there was this one envelope that was their corporate Christmas card. And I opened it up, and the Christmas card didn't say anything except what had been printed in the card. And the card said, thinking of you
At Christmas or something like that.
during the holidays.
No, during
Thinking
the
of you
holidays.
during the holidays. And then there was a little girl-like signature, little lady, woman-like signature. And it said, the UPS girl. Yes, she is. Actually, she's young enough to be my daughter. Probably my
I
daughter.
don't know. I've never met her.
Oh, that's right. Anyway, we have a thing. We have a UPS thing going with her.
Okie dokie then.
That's not true. I like being single. I'm happy.
What's next?
What's next is,
We're going to talk about the giveaway?
yeah, let's talk about the giveaway. Wait, I have a video for that.
Yes, you do.
Oh, now I remember why we do that video. Because it has butt drums.
Butt drums.
Okay, so we don't have a giveaway to give away this week because we didn't do a show last Wednesday, but we have a giveaway for next week.
Because it's Christmas.
It's Christmas. Okay, so first of all, there is the Yellowstone National Park commemorative silver coin clad in pure silver, but underneath it's probably just copper. So, but it is Yellowstone National Park. We have the last, I think this is our last one, the last medium-size 3D bronze Fenn treasure chest goes with it. We have, and then all the rest of the prizes are the last of the Toby Fan 3000
Clearing
John
out last year's stuff.
Karen
Make room
Warner
for new
gifts,
stuff.
and they include a cozy with a thing, a water bottle. This fits water bottles, not beers. With the key carabiner, miniature carabiner, so you can hang it on your backpack. A very stylish pen in black, chrome, and gold with a flashlight on the top and a rubber smartphone nubby thing. Somebody told me what it's called. What is it called?
Stylus?
Stylus, rubber stylus on the bottom. But look at how stylish that is. And then, one that I use myself, there is a keychain USB, and I think it's a 2 gigabyte USB thing for carrying important things around, like your girlfriend's pictures, if you have a girlfriend, or spouse. Spouse, you could do that too.
Or your
So
dog.
that's the giveaway for, or your dog. If you don't have a
Oopsie.
spouse or a girlfriend/boyfriend, significant other, then your dog or your cat. Stylus, K Pro says. Kevin says, check your Facebook messages, Toby. Kevin, I can't go over to Facebook. I'm stuck here on YouTube. I don't mean stuck here. I'm here with our folks on YouTube. There's no way for me to get to Facebook at this point. So just text your question to, or just put it in the comment. I can see your comment.
Or
So
text
just
it
do that.
to
Or
this
text
number.
it to 202-815-1171. If you have a question of Gypsy's Kiss, you can text it right now to 202-815-1171. You can call that number and leave a voicemail of up to 2 minutes. And later on, we'll open up that phone line so you can call in and ask all the questions you want. Because if you have questions, we have answers. They may not be right, but
There'll be some
definitely
sort of
answers.
answer.
There'll be some sort of answer. Okay, so we did giveaways. I think we're ready for emails.
Okay.
Emails. I have a video for that. Watch this.
Sharing is
And
caring.
we're back. Sharing is caring. So, did he go up too fast? Hold on. I saw World Famous Gamer had said something. Let's see. Meh, meh, meh. World Famous Gamer, Happy New Year's. Toby and Shelley, love y'all. He's from the South. He uses y'all a lot.
Y'all. Rather than use guys.
Use guys from the
Yins.
Chicago. Youins. Where does Youins come from?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. All right.
Pittsburgh.
All right.
Yins.
Hit it.
All right. Merry
First
Christmas.
email.
From Jeremy Britton from England. Hi, Toby and Shelley. I would like to wish you both a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Here's to a successful 2020 and best of luck to all the treasure hunters in the USA. Cheers for now, Jeremy.
Can you do that with an English accent?
No. My accents are not good.
You need to go. What was that guy? Didn't
No
we do
bueno.
Didn't we interview a guy who specialized in accents?
Yes.
Remember him?
Yes.
He was good.
He was.
He used to
I am
teach.
not.
He used to teach
I
accents.
can do a little Russian one, but sometimes.
Do your little Russian. I like that.
Do svidanya.
Can you do Svetlana for me one
Do
time?
svidanya, comrade.
It's dos is Spanish. It's das vidanya.
Da
Das
svidanya.
Das vidanya.
See, I can't even do that one. Don't even ask me.
I had a Russian guide for 3 months when I was doing a project in Moscow for our friends at the CIA. So
Alrighty.
she had the best accent. She had a great Russian accent. Mm-hmm. Svetlana. Okay, next
This
man.
is where those waves come in and that music. And he starts to have a memory and it turns to black and white. Will always have Moscow.
We will always have Moscow.
Okay. This is from Mark and Janet. Not Sam and Janet.
Not Sam and Janet.
Sam and Janet evening. Okay. Mark and Janet.
Sam and Janet evening. Oh, you're
Yeah.
just too cute here on New Year's Day.
Okay. This one's called Another Year of Stupid.
Who's it? Oh,
How can Joe Treasure Searcher claim the treasure chest is in New Mexico when I know two people who know for sure it is in Montana and Wyoming, and both have been in contact with Forrest Fenn to confirm? You also know someone that claims it is in Colorado. That is all 4 search states. We should all wait another decade. The treasure chest will have even more offspring so everyone can benefit, and the little girl from India can find a treasure chest in her country. We should all take the pledge not to recover the treasure chest to benefit the little girl in India.
so that eventually she can find it.
Yeah, because it's
We'll just wait for her.
proliferating and
Yeah.
multiplying. Happy New Year to you all, Mark and Janet. P.S. Forrest, stop communicating with searchers. All it does is create more stupid.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't write
yeah.
this.
Didn't write it. That was somebody else. Mark is our friend from Colorado. We actually stayed with him for a couple of days during our, he and his beautiful spouse, with him a couple of days when we did our vacation last year.
Yes, our Yellowstone Odyssey.
Our Yellowstone Odyssey.
This is from Jordan. in Cincinnati, Ohio. And the title is AGK's 4 Parameters That Bind Search Theories. Hi, Toby.
Wait, can I qualify that? It's our parameters that bind our search theories. We're not suggesting to anyone that they have to adopt our search theories.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hi, Toby. Thank you for sharing your guiding parameters this evening. He wrote this on Monday.
That's when I dropped the video.
I have a few questions regarding parameters 3 and 4, if you do not mind taking the time. Regarding parameter 3, why the 2009-2010 New Mexico fishing regulation and not another year between 1988 and 2009? I agree with you that the New Mexico fishing regulation provides the most exacting definition of warm waters that I have seen or heard to date, and they allow you to quite literally put GPS coordinates to a theory of the first clue. Since Forrest wrote and rewrote the poem over the 15 years between 1988, diagnosed with cancer, and 2009, hid the treasure, what are your thoughts on the possibility that a specific warm waters designation from 1988, as an example, is no longer designated as warm waters beginning in, say, 1990, until current, and thus the 2009-2010 regulations would no longer display the correct where warm waters halt? Would you like to address that, or shall I go on to
Yeah,
parameter
let me
4?
address that one first. So,
Okay.
honestly, I went back to, if I remember correctly, as far as 1992 for the fishing regulations. I had to actually do, they don't call it a FOIA request, but it's the New Mexico version of the Freedom of Information Act. And I got all of them, and I checked the definitions. And although there were minor changes from year to year, so there are two things important about the fishing regulations. The one is that they use the phrase warm waters. The phrase warm waters was used every year between 92 and 2010. I couldn't tell you before that. But the second thing is that when it comes to the locations, there are very minor differences between them. So between one year and the next, I mean, literally minor in the sense that they move 10 feet west of where it was the year before. But I had to pick one to work with, and at least to give me a head start. And the one that made sense through all that period of time was the one that made the transition in the Colorado border, because that has remained exactly the same every year. So the transition is across the border. And so 2010 was what I selected, because my theory is that if you're searching for a treasure, you should go back to the date most associated with the hiding of that treasure. So if I had lost a treasure in a Spanish galleon in 1756, I would not be looking at the rules and regulations of the sea in 2020. I would be looking at the rules and regulations of the sea as they were defined in 1756. Did I just give two different dates there? Close enough.
1756?
You get my drift. So the point is, you go back to, now you may find that as you use the 2009-2010 regulations, you're not making any progress. So then you go back a year. And if you're still not making progress, you go back a year. You have to accept to begin with that New Mexico defines warm waters better than anybody else. So, because they actually use the phrase, nobody else does that. So, yeah, I don't see it as a problem. I certainly haven't made it a problem. And I went back in my research back to 1992, and I didn't see significant differences. Second question. Wow.
Regarding parameter 4, can you walk me through your thought process and help me connect the dots between the last clue in the poem and an annual solar event? I am making the assumption, and I'll be the ass, not you, if my assumption is wrong, that you consider the blaze to be a reference to a solar event over the more common theory of the blaze being a tangible marker of some kind. Why the summer solstice and not the vernal or autumnal equinox? I certainly do not ask to criticize. Rather, I seek to understand your thought process, as understanding others' way of thinking helps me overcome my confirmation bias. Thank you, Toby and Shelley, and all of the other searchers who join AGK in sharing and caring within the Forrest Fenn Treasure community. That's from Jordan.
Okay, so that one's going to take a little bit more explanation. Process to connect the dots between the last clue in the poem and the annual solar event. All right, so to me, the last clue in the poem is preceded, which is if you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down, your quest to cease. So the last poem to me, the last clue is look quickly down, your quest to cease. Preceding that is if you've been wise and found the blaze. So the reference I made to was that in the Bible of the wise men who were following a astronomical event, right? So I started thinking about it, and I thought, well, there are plenty of examples all over the world, from Stonehenge to Chaco Canyon, of solar events that were important to the peoples of their time and places for a variety of reasons. The reason I picked the summer solstice is because Fenn said he hid the treasure in the summer. He didn't say he hid it in the autumn. He didn't say, as a matter of fact, he tells you you're not going to find it on spring break. You can interpret that in a couple of ways. Number one, spring break's not long enough. Or number two, you'd never see the solar event in the spring. So the connection is that he said he hid it in summer. If you look at the summer solstice and you were relying on, say, a solar event in combination with a fixed location on the Earth in the same way that Chaco Canyon or Stonehenge occurs, or in any other of the hundreds of those types of connections between the sun and something on Earth that gives that sun character at a particular time of the year, you have to be there at a certain time. If you're 30 days early at Stonehenge, you're going to see a different sunrise than you would if you would see it were there on the summer solstice. If you were 30 days early or 30 days late at Chaco Canyon, you may see an event, but it's going to be slightly different. So the idea is, and what makes the whole thing interesting, is that you have to be at your location on the summer solstice, which is till the 21st or 22nd of June.
Yes.
Do you remember? Yes.
21st.
21st. Zapster says the summer solstice is spring break. No. We're talking about spring break when the kids get off from school. Spring break. No, the spring break is actually in spring, not the summer, right? And he said you're not going to find it on spring break, implying that. So I don't know if that works, Zapster. But the point that I'm trying to make is that I believe it's an event associated with the sun, and it forces the idea that you have to be at the location where the treasure is at a very particular point in time, because if you're not, you're going to miss the event, right? Which would explain why we haven't found the treasure yet, because we're looking for something that's there permanently. And if it was there permanently, it would have been easy to find, I think. My opinion.
All right. This is a comment from Toby at 10. So this came out of our comments. And it's from GoodellCon. It says, I wish I had another treasure to hide in the Appalachians. Oh, this is quote.
This is a quote from
Because
Forrest
Fenn
regarding
said
the little girl in India.
I wish I had another treasure to hide in the Appalachians. The little girl in India cannot get closer than the first two clues. There are many disabled people who are deeply into maps and geography, and they are having a lot of fun, unquote. There is so much being said here by Forrest. He has presented two solid hints, and he is also saying that maps and geography will not help the seeker in locating the hidden spot. Basically, once you start using maps or geography, that is the moment when you become disabled. As for the two solid hints, one must understand what he is telling the reader. The little girl from India comment is true using one's imagination. The little girl from India are actually objects that are used in his poem. The first object is, there will be no paddle up your creek, just heavy loads and water high. The second object is, but tarry scant with marvel gaze, just take the chest and go in peace. Both of these objects are owned by the Little Girl from India Foundation. It says LGF. I'm guessing that's what that means. Is that right?
Well, yeah, but that's not what he called it. He didn't call it the little girl from India. He calls her the little girl in India.
Well, I know, but we know what that means.
Yeah.
The words just and just take are tools one must take with you so the seeker can understand the rest of the poem. There is a lot going on in the poem, and it is fun to work it. One should see this spot where it is hidden. It is a life changer. It has changed mine, and why should I mess with it? I have been at peace for 3 years now and will protect this place with my life. Forrest has said it is still out there where it was hidden, but what he will not tell you is if the location of where it is hidden has been discovered. Hope everyone has a peaceful new year and it is still out there.
Good. Nice. Well written, Gay. You need to talk to Joe Treasure Hunter because he's seen the treasure too.
In a totally different place.
In a totally different location. So you guys are going to have to work that out.
Okay. This is a comment from the 4 parameters that bind AGK search theories.
Oh, damn. That one was popular.
From Gregory Colvin Garcia. He says, Toby, Forrest says in The Thrill of the Chase, quote, the better part of knowledge is knowing what not to know, unquote. I've often thought you would be dangerous in this chase if you weren't locked into your 4 factors. It seems wise to hold these ideas like water in your creek, fluid and open to potential evidence contrary to a proposed theory, since it is much more likely that our own beliefs or theories are incorrect and eventually falsifiable. Please understand I do recognize the importance of narrowing the data set in this game. My 2 questions regarding your fundamental suppositions are 1. What in the poem or in The Thrill of the Chase's subtle hints leads you to believe some kind of solar phenomenon is critical to the final solution?
Let me answer that.
Okay.
The 8th clue, if you've been wise and found the blaze, the wise men chasing the astronomical event. Okay.
Number 2, if where warm waters halt is associated with New Mexico fishing regulations, which, by the way, I originally had the very same solution you had come to near Osher Station, how does this hold up to the test of time? Thanks and all the best in 2020.
I think I already answered that. The simple fact of the matter is if you're doing a treasure hunt, you don't do a treasure hunt researching the period of time in which you're treasure hunting. You do research in the period of time in which the treasure was hidden. So if you were looking for the treasure in 2050, you would not use the 2050 New Mexico Game and Fish regulations. You'd use the 2010 Game and Fish regulations. And that would be true if you were searching in 2050 or 3050 or 4050. You would still go back to the 2009, 2010 fishing regulations because we can only guarantee one thing, and that is in that amount of time, there might not even be a planet Earth.
All righty, this is from Mark from Florida. And the title is Little Gold Digger from India.
Ouch.
Hello, Toby and Shelley. I wanted to revisit the little girl from India myself. You did mention it on last Friday's Fandango. So Forrest stated that she cannot get any closer than the first 2 clues. Said similarly as get past or further than. What it is to me. All she has is a map and the poem. She cannot know what the home of Brown is or the put in below it is. It is only gained knowledge and not on those maps. Therein lies her problem. It is the only way he can answer that, being asked that way. The little kid from Penasco,
Peñasco, there's a tilde over there.
and everyone can, the little kid from Penasco and everyone can, by following the clues to the treasure. He has a computer and history books and is very smart. Forrest is stuck in giving his answer there, too. I will answer this. Can a little girl from India work out where the treasure is from home? Yes, she can. So can the kid from Penasco. They can both work it out and go with confidence, with just the poem and a map of the Rocky Mountains. No, neither can. The answer lies in work it out and go with confidence. Deductive reasoning. Toby, do you think that would be a reasonable answer? For Toby and Shelley, could it be in New Mexico? Oops. I guess that's separate for just for us.
Yes. And grow the channel. So let's see. I will answer this. Can a little girl from India? Okay, so it's not from. It's a little girl in India. Work out where the treasure is from home. Fenn said no. She can figure out the first 2 clues. Kevin's in the room, by the way.
Hi, Kevin. Greg Keller says, New Year, who dis?
Who dis? Who dis? So can the kid from Penasco. They can work it out and go with confidence with just the poem and a map of the Rocky Mountains. No, neither can. We agree. You're not going to get past the first 2 clues by sitting at home. You've got to be boots on the ground. Figure clues 3 through 9.
This one's coming to us with photos from
And
Reynaldo.
And if you think that you can, then you probably have been boots on the ground.
From Ronaldo, and the title is Forrest in Temple, Texas. Hey, Toby and Shelley, thought I'd share some pics I took in Temple, Texas for a personal project I have going on. My project is to take pictures of places referenced in the book so I can add them to the pages of The Thrill of the Chase. I have many more from the West Yellowstone region, but I figured those can be found anywhere by now, given its popularity with the search. These are from his elementary school, which barely looks how it used to be in the 1930s. Also the concrete steps, which are the only thing left from his childhood home. And the cemetery that is a block north, where his parents are buried on row 4, and where he would also walk to and sit on a dead man's grave marker at night as a kid. It's ridiculous people have desecrated his parents' grave and dug under that tree. I paid my respects and was on my way. I decided to include the sign at the park named after his dad as well. Figured I could add it to the final chapter of the book that focuses on his dad. Anyways, as always, thanks for your time, Reynaldo. I think I'll leave the PS off because it's kind of personal.
It is? Let's see. I'm going to read it.
Oh, yeah.
It's cute. So there's a PS. It says, my bald head is in the first picture. Can you imagine solving a clue that involves a solar event with a bald head like mine? I'll be blazing in every direction. Now, Forrest's quote about the blaze not pointing in any specific direction makes sense. He went alone in there and with his treasure bald. All right, so these are the pictures that Reynaldo sent us. That, for those of you who haven't seen this before, is 1413...
Mockingbird Lane?
No, 1413 First Street or Central Street?
Yeah, First and Central.
First and Central.
on the corner.
That's the home where Forrest grew up. That was where the home in which Forrest grew up in was located, but it burned down in a fire, so the only part that remains are the steps. And you have to wonder...
That's like just like my mom's home when she was a child. It was all that's left is the steps.
But why hasn't anybody purchased the property and done something with it? It's a
Because
nice
a small
piece of property.
piece. Have you seen the
That's
neighborhood?
that's a big enough to build a house on.
Yeah, if you want. Maybe nobody wants to live on the corner.
I
of
wonder if
First
they
and
still
Central.
own the property. You think maybe the fans still? You think Forrest bought the property and just
Maybe
holds
I don't
it in
know.
abeyance?
Sort
That's
of
interesting.
like the Monopoly thing.
Yeah. So this is the entry to the Hillcrest Cemetery, which is about a block away from Forrest's house, and where you'll see right here. Let me see if I can zoom that in just a little bit. Is the grave of Marvin and Lily Fenn. Marvin passed in 1987. Lily in 1979. She was 5 years younger than he was. Also, Skippy is buried there as well. His ashes are buried over the coffin where Lily is buried. And then, well, Ronaldo, thank you. This is Forrest School, and he took a picture of the only sliding down rail from the second floor, the fire escape. So that's the one that Forrest was talking about when he used to break out of school, out of his classroom and go. I don't know if there's one around the back here. That's the side of the building. And then this is the front of the building. To me, it looks much smaller than it did in the picture where Forrest is standing there with his with all the other students. So let's see. Yeah. So, moderators, I want to advise you that the trouble that you can see, nobody else can. So ignore it. It doesn't show up. It doesn't even make it to the chat. So don't even worry about it.
But you know who it is.
Yeah, we already know who it is. What's that song I was singing this afternoon?
I don't know.
Brandy.
Oh,
Brandy, you're a good girl, wise
Fine girl.
fine girl. What a good wife you would be. So anyway, those are the pictures from Reynaldo, and thank you, Reynaldo, for sharing those with us.
yeah, very nice. Okay.
So
Well, that was our emails. Do you want to say hello to the
yeah,
room?
why don't you go through there? Go
Say
to the
Happy
room.
New Year to
Let
our
me see how far I
friends
can
in the
go
room.
back. Yeah, we do want to say I can go back to 1921. Oh, I want to say Happy New Year's to Jose Uishar, who's in the Facebook room. Yeah,
And Kevin
And-
Billet.
and what?
Billet? Kevin Billet in the Facebook room?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did he ever ask his question? He said he had a question.
I don't know. But let's get started with our hellos video.
Oh, we should, yeah.
Hello.
Yay.
All right.
So Michael Melton's also in the Facebook room. Never trust a man in a blue trench coat. Never drive a car when you're dead. Good advice, Michael. Outstanding advice.
Yeah. Okay, then. Let's say hello to our friends and Happy New Year to AJ Rainville, who sent us the cookies.
Thank you for the cookies, AJ. We really appreciate them. They're very good.
Let's see, we have Hooli, one of our mods, Mama Bright, and Take Her Easy, Bubbert, Silver Fox, Bud Stelzride, I think I'm saying that right, Journeyman, M.A. Hammock, World Famous Gamer, Happy New Year.
Let me interrupt again. Christopher Luce is on our Facebook group. I don't believe the treasure is still out there. He would have said, yes, it is. To the best of our knowledge, Christopher, there is no evidence that the treasure isn't out there.
Sakar, Craig O'Hare, and Violet Mercury, Silver Fox, K-Pro, another one of our mods. We have Joe Treasure Hunter, Jim Siri. Hello, Jim. He's one of the people who've sent me jewelry.
Who was that?
Jim Siri.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was very nice, that necklace.
Kimo Sabi Stiltskin. We have Stacy Harwood,
Oh,
Doug Murray, 3SIO, south of Detroit. Not important. Brandon Jameson from Kansas. BJ Chambly from the Deep South. We have Colorado from Colorado. Hey, Old Man from U.S. Covert One, Dan Stagg, D.B. Cooper, Mock Smith, Huck Fenn. Oh, we just got another little super chat from our good friend Sternworm. Only cool kids
know how to super chat. Thank you. Summer, Happy New Year's, and thank you for that.
Yes, thank you. You made our December, and now you're making our January.
So Tom Gregory says, Toby, in the time frame of when Forrest chose the place, and also then considered the when that the poem was started and completed, then you might be onto something. Tom, terrific. I don't know what I was talking about at the time.
Huck Fenn,
it
D.B.
made me sound
Cooper,
really smart.
Zapster, Corey Jacobs,
Brandy, you're a
Captain
fine
Marvel,
girl.
Tom Gregory, Doug Carver, Schatz Canine Treasure Hunter, Happy Hoedown, Gidelcon,
Oh, Schatz, I saw your wishes last night after the show ended. Thank you very much for that. That was very kind of you to say that.
Okie Tarman, It, That's the whole comment. It.
That's a keyword.
No, I think he forgot. He accidentally hit return.
Oh,
It
oh, it
is not an
finished.
easy walk.
Oh, okay.
We have Jungle Cruiser and lots of repeats here. Boxhound.
Richard, hey guys, 2 meal. Richard, hey guys, happy New Year. Just got out of the show. Must have been the movies. Glad to catch you. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
2 meal.
Boxhound. Corey Jacobs. 23 Monarcha. BB Bandit. Happy New Year. Craig Esquire.
K-Pro, if you see weirdness before I do, you're welcome to, you can do the same thing. You've got the power.
Hidden
The blue wrench.
colloquial. Let's see. Craig says, did you ever just imagine that the phrase where warm waters halt was a familiar or colloquial to the major and that he didn't intend it to have anything to do with the actual locations in the regulations?
I don't know if if it's possible to make that connection. I think that would be really hard to make that connection. So wait a minute. Somebody wants. Hang on.
Sassafras.
I saw it someplace.
What are you looking
I
for?
was looking for somebody said we need to do some beats tonight.
Oh. 3SIO says, I recently...
Joey Perro's in the room. Hey, Joey.
Hey.
How are you doing? Guys, let me see if I can find it. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I recently read an article which was dated regarding the Fenn Treasure. The item that caught my eye and attention was a statement from a female New Mexico BLM official. That's all it says.
Oh, well, we're going to have to give us something else to work with besides that.
Da Bear.
The bear is in the room.
Da Bear. Kevin Carney. Hello. Hello. Kevin. Doug Murray. Sturmworm. New Year Who Dis from Greg Keller, another one of our mods. Oh,
And one of our...
another super chat from Sturmworm. For 500 pieces, I recommend woolly buggers. Buggers?
Woolly buggers. They're
San Juan
fishing
worms,
flies.
egg-sucking leeches, big old juicy sculpins, and anything else you want to pop on a hopper-dropper. Ask Forrest about that one.
You know what? Only fly fishermen know what he's talking about. There we go.
Oh,
Go ahead. Keep going. I'm going to share this.
CT 2020.
Da-da-da.
CT 2020. Toby, this is from Tom Gregory.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did you already see that?
I think I already read that one.
When the poem was started?
Might be onto something. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Kiwis Road. Hey, Kiwi.
So let me show you. So this is our friend Joey Perro who's in the room. Joey is in the orchestra with the traveling on what do they call it when they're traveling? The traveling
On the road.
on the group of Jesus Christ Superstar,
Oh,
which is playing again all over the United States. And they came through Albuquerque. They actually played at the
Pope Joy.
Pope Joy Hall, but we couldn't make it. Joey was going to get his tickets, but we couldn't get there. So, Joey, hope your travels are going well. And I wonder, do they go home do they go back home during the holidays?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably
Well,
have a long break.
Nice to see you in our room, Joey. I know you travel, so it's good to
We
see
got
you.
500 pieces. Sassafras CMT. What the heck am I looking at? I don't know. Jack is here. Novaland. Oops. Get another Kaching from Jeffrey Grajek. Spent the last 5 days in New Mexico. Learned to not try to clean the windshield when it is 15
Degrees of dry because it just
outside,
ices it
doing
up.
60 on I-25.
A nice thin sheet of ice. Yeah.
Cold.
Everybody should have that experience.
Oh,
On the other hand, there's
Joey
places.
is currently in Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice. Well, that's not too far from home.
He had a week off. Only a week off.
Currently in Pittsburgh, and he had a week off.
Greg
So,
Keller.
Joey, tell me when it's not the traveling ensemble. There's a name given to when the troupe, the group of people
road
that are
crew.
doing
I don't
it's
know.
what's how is that correctly said? Greg Keller says, Toby, did you black out last night and wake up with Did you black out last night and wake up with confetti stuck to your face and your car missing? Can't say I've ever done it. No, you know what? I'm usually very good
Car's
at
still
moving.
out front.
The truck's out front. I didn't have confetti on my face, and I actually didn't drink that much. I looked at the bottle, and it would have been about, over 2 hours. It would have been the equivalent of 2 liqueurs, and that's kind of how that drink
William's here.
Hey, William.
Silver Fox says, Toby, please DJ some beats for us tonight. You may have a new calling. We enjoyed last night's playlist.
Hey, Brandy, nobody can see that stuff. It's not going to get out of anything, so you're wasting your time, Just don't be weird, dude. I'm going to call you Brandy from now on, okay? You'll get my drift sooner or later. K-Pro, you don't even worry about it. It's not getting past YouTube's blocks, right? Anytime you're going to do that, you're going to dox somebody like that, it doesn't get past YouTube. The moderators can see it, but you don't even have to worry about it. You don't have to waste your time.
I'm done.
I got everything? Mm-hmm. Hang on. Let me, so are we ready for text messages and voicemails?
Yep.
Brandy, you're a fine girl.
Sternworm says, anyone going boots on the ground this winter needs to study Wim Hof's breathing techniques. Gives you something to focus on as you die of hypothermia. You should watch that Aeronauts on the Amazon channel if you're interested in dying of hypothermia.
Hey, has anybody seen 1917 yet? I'm taking the kids, my oldest daughter.
Was that the movie she picked?
Yeah, she picked 1917.
interesting.
So, and I told her to invite Jason if he wanted to go, and the boys, and so we're going to go on Saturday. William says, AGK, what's the 2020 goals for the year? I can only speak for myself. Do you have yours written down?
I didn't bring them with me, but
Okay.
I can tell you.
Okay. Why don't you go first?
Oh,
What are your 2020 goals?
I had 5 of them, and they were like, let's see, something about losing a pound a week for 15 weeks.
Wow.
And then there was making 3 new female friends. And I'm starting that this Friday by going out with some lady friends instead of being on the show. So you'll miss me on Friday. I'll be out with my friends because I'll have friends. I can't remember all of them. I didn't bring them with me. That's all I can remember.
William says 1942 is a great comedy. Did I
The
say
other one is-
1942?
No, 1917.
1917 is the movie we're going to see.
The other one
so
was
haven't seen
signing up 10 new clients.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, those are all very business oriented. You could tell you're at a different place in life.
I didn't think losing weight was business oriented.
Well, that's good. It's still good. I mean,
Yeah.
they're great goals.
Thanks.
Okay, so I lost 22 pounds in 2019, so I'm shooting to lose another 20 pounds in 2020. Get it? 20 in 2020.
Yeah.
And then I've fallen off on my workouts since I moved here because I got busy with the house, got busy with entertaining. So I want to get my workout level back to 5 out of every 7 days. I haven't done that. It's been averaging about 2 or 3 a week, 2 to 3 out of 5 to 7 days, and I want to get back to the 5. So that's one goal. I want to grow the World Sand Project channel up to 1,000 subscribers. I want to help Shelley grow the softer side up to 1,000 subscribers. I want to get AGK to 10,000 subscribers. I think it's possible now that we've hit 6,000 because it gets easier the more subscribers. So I'd like to get to 10,000. I want to make sure that I don't miss any presents. So I'm in my life right now. I have 6 kids, 12 grandkids, and 4 spouses in law. Right. the son-in-laws. Is it all
Sons
sons-in-law? And I forgot half of the
and one
presents.
daughter-in-law.
And one daughter. No. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. One daughter-in-law. That's correct. And I forgot about half of those birthdays this year. So I've put them all in my calendar, and I'm going to commit to making all of their birthdays, getting them. So I don't mean making them because they're spread all over the world, but getting them presents for the new year. I only made about half this year. And it's not that they remind me. They don't call me and say, "Grandpa, you missed, baby Everly's birthday or whatever." It's just that I feel like it's the least I can do. I mean, for God's sakes, I've got Amazon to deliver it, don't I? So that's one of my goals. Let's see. I promise not to poke the MTP anymore.
Poke just doesn't sound right.
Well, that's what you told me to. So what it means by that, what she's asked me to do is I tease her. And it's like poking a bear. Don't tease her. So I promised this year I wouldn't tease her because I say things that aren't actually true. And she believes them, and then I make fun
I
because
don't
she
usually
believes them.
believe them.
No, she's gotten better actually, but I promised not to do it again this year. So I won't be poking the magical treasure pencil this year. For my Fenn Treasure goal, I'm going to figure out where warm waters halt and be absolute about it, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to figure out if we haven't found it in the past 10 years, I'm going to spend a whole year just figuring out where those damn warm waters halt, and then I'll go there just to see if it's canyon down.
That means don't talk to him about any other part of the Fenn treasure hunt except for warm waters halting.
Yeah, because that's what I'm going to be working on. Okay.
I don't have a list yet, Jack, for the year.
So, by the way, this is the link to those
Where'd all the
Reynaldo
papers
photos.
You threw them
over
all
here.
on the floor.
No, they're right here.
Oh, okay. I need to make a rooster roster for the new year, I guess.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Rooster roster starts for 2020.
Jack wants to be in January.
Damn. So that's the link to those photos that Reynaldo sent us. Stormborn says, ever thought about streaming on Twitch? Massive play. It's not our platform. It's a bunch of gamers.
It doesn't really. We have tried it.
We have tried it. We actually streamed to it, and we got
nothing really
zero
came
in the
of
way
it.
of response.
Yeah.
Literally zero.
Yeah. I do my show on Periscope, and I get one or two, but not many.
Yeah. It's a YouTube platform. And then last but not least, so I'm going to figure out where warm water salt, and then I'm actually going to use my planner this year. I didn't do a really good job last year.
Thoroughly using the planner.
Thoroughly using the planner because I missed some appointments. So those are my 2020 goals. I don't call them resolutions because that means I would resolve them. Okay.
All
We
right.
got Rooster Roster. We got things. I think we can do.
Yeah.
Let me check and make sure we have some text messages first.
Texts.
Let's see. Ooh, yeah, we got some text messages. Okay. Bow, bow, bow. If you've never actually read the text messages on that video, you should do it sometime. Stop and read the text messages. They're a riot. All right, we got some text messages. First one from Sternworm. Let's see. We actually read that from last week. I didn't erase that.
Maybe we'll try it again, Stormworm. We do have restreams, so we can try it.
Hello, Toby and Shelley. I'm Greg from Ohio, and I'm 99.9% sure I found the location. I'll be getting in my car this Friday or Saturday, as it will take me 24 hours to get to it after driving. You might hear this all the time, but trust me, I truly believe I know, as no one has ever came up with what I got, or haven't found it yet, but I found the location. It's in New Mexico, and I know the warm waters as well as every sprinkled clue in the book and the poem. Well, what was his name again? Greg, good luck to you. That isn't our Greg, right?
No.
Brett Keller. Good luck to you. We hope you find the treasure. When you do, let us know, and we'll come and take some pictures and interview you. So good luck with
Keller
that.
lives in the state of New York.
Pardon? Oh, he
Greg
does. That's
Keller
right.
lives in New York.
Within John Moore, not far from John Warner. So this is long one. Hi, I am new to the Fenn treasure hunt. I have been studying. Remember, you guys, if you're going to send me a text message, add your name, your first name, and the state from which you are texting, so I can at least introduce you. This is from 334, whatever that is, area code 334. Hi, I am new to the Fenn treasure hunt. I have been studying this for at least 2 or 2.5 weeks. Oh, wow. You probably know where it is already. I stumbled upon it one night, and like most searchers, I got hooked. I have a question for you. Did Forrest ever mention a place where he couldn't go fly fishing? Just wondering. So it's Rariman? Rariman? Is that a name right there? Rariman? To the best of my knowledge, Forrest has never mentioned a place where he couldn't go fly fishing. But honestly, I will tell you from experience, there's lots more places not to fly fish than there are places to fly fish. And what I mean by that is fly fishing requires a certain kind of water because that water contains a certain kind of fish. So there's a lot of places you can fish with bait or other artificial lures like spinners or salmon eggs, but there are fewer places to fish with flies that you can be successful at. Like everyone else, it's all the same guy. Like everyone else, I have it all figured out, except for warm water halt. Well, then you don't have it all figured out, brother. And the other 8 clues in the poem. Oh, okay. Well, I will say that I have not left Alabama to search yet, but I now know more about the Rocky Mountains than I ever thought I would. Don't we all? And we live in the Rocky Mountains. What Mr. Fenn has done is amazing for myself, and I'm sure for countless others who have looked. Even if it is just on a Google whatever, I doubt that I will ever be boots on the ground, but I can't help but wonder. I haven't read The Thrill of the Chase yet. I will have watched 1,678,554,667 videos, give or take, on YouTube, including many of yours.
Yay.
Happy New Year. Thank you for all those views.
Yeah.
Okay, so, this is that picture from Tony with the amethyst, remember, that we were talking about last night? So this is, let me see, this is Okie Tar Man. He says, Toby, if I was to give you and Shelley the home of Brown, would you not share it with the community? I have the pic and several others. Don't trust us not to share it with the community. We'd probably share it with the community.
You can't keep a secret.
I can't keep a secret even if everybody around me is dead. I would still find a way to share the secret. That didn't come out right, did it?
As he's picking
I would
them
be
up.
standing around. Yeah, I would be
No,
standing
don't
around
tell
with
them.
all these dead people around, and I would still
Like,
be sharing the
wait,
secret.
I got to tell somebody. Let me go live on YouTube.
So don't share your secrets with us. We will share them with everybody. Okay. So this is from Joe Treasure Hunter. Okay. I tell you what, Toby, call me and I'll tell you something in private. You can call Forrest and verify it, like if Forrest talks to me. Verify it. I don't think it'll help you to find it, but Forrest will know that I did give him my number if he tells me not to take periods, punctuation. I won't take you out there, but if he doesn't call me, we will go. You're going to find out this is not a joke. I'm not lying. I don't care about publicity, don't care about getting rich. Really just want for us to know I found it. All I want is for Forrest Fenn to know I found it. Trust me, we can get this straightened out today. This is not bullcrap. So if what your objective is you want people to know that it's been found, take a picture of the treasure and send it anonymously to any media. Send it to the Albuquerque Journal. They'd love it. Call KRQE or KQER. What's our TV station?
KRQE?
KRQI. They'll be happy to know. You know, it's not hard to let people know that it's been found. You just have to take a picture and have it published, and you don't even have to give your name. That's the easiest way to do it, and you don't have to do all this convincing of trying to get people to go with you. Just take a picture, have it published. Okay, this is from what I found in the last clue, all the way from the UK. Ask Forrest what he thinks this is. You know what, guys? Forrest, I don't have that kind of relationship with Forrest. I strongly recommend that if you have a question for Forrest, don't run it through me, because the likelihood of him answering one of my emails is a lot smaller than him answering one of yours. Just send it directly to him. Even if it is, and if it's from the UK, it's even better because he loves that stuff. Jim in Ohio says, you guys should consider renaming Humpday Hoedown to Humpday Hootenanny.
Well, we had a contest and Humpday Hoedown won.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Sorry, Jim.
the winner got a prize. So.
This is Liz from Pomona, California. Me and the hubby went on an adventure last summer looking for Forrest Treasure in New Mexico with plans to go again this summer, and I just wanted to say hi.
And besides, it's hard enough to spell Hoedown.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Toby trying to spell Hootenanny?
It took me 3 tries to get Hoedown right. Because I was spelling it like we used to spell it back on the block. Hoedown. Who dis? Okay, that's it for text messages. We do have a voicemail. So let me check it out, make sure it isn't Crazy Town.
Okay.
Okay, so this is, let's back it up. Here we go.
Hey, Toby. Joe Treasure Hunter.
Oh, it's Joe Treasure Hunter.
Forrest laid the rules down pretty clear. He said, everything's up to the finder. I'm the finder. I found it. And it's up to me what I want to do and how I want to proceed with this. I told myself by 2020, actually it was my son's idea, but by 2020, if nobody found it, I'm gonna pull the chest out of there, and I want to do that, and I want you to document. It's up to you. It's a take it or leave it thing, but either way, I'm pulling that chest out as soon as it warms up. I want you to document it, and call me. Well, we can get it sorted out. Either you want to or you don't want to. Happy New Year. And read my text messages. I'll talk to you later whenever you call. Bye.
Okay, so send me a picture. I'm not going anyplace until I see a photograph. If you want me to keep the photograph to myself, fine. But it doesn't make sense for me to agree to do something until I see some evidence that the treasure has been found. So 3D Bronze just paid us $1.99 to play the Rooster video. So
all right, we can do that.
we can do that. So yeah, there's got to be some kind of evidence. It doesn't do anybody any good, and I advise, because you know what, we're going to have to go through this after Forrest passes and this treasure hasn't been found. We are going to have to go through this every week more than once. People saying that they found the treasure, and they're going to say it with the expectation that we're going to believe them even though they don't have any evidence. We can spend a lot of time believing people who can't provide evidence, right? And I'm just not interested in doing that. If you have evidence, show me the evidence, and then we'll talk about...
Show me the money.
Show me the money, sister. Show me the evidence, and then we'll talk about making a documentary trip. But without evidence, I'm not going to believe anybody. I'm not going to believe the guy that found it up in...
But I know where the treasure is!
Yeah. We should start giving those away, because then everybody would say it. So here's the deal. So I have always advised people, it's the advice I give to my partner, it's the advice I give to my son, and that is, don't believe anyone who says they find the treasure until they can give you evidence that the treasure has been found. Because until they provide you evidence, that there is no evidence. The only thing that indicates that the treasure has been found is that you can provide something other than what is effectively hearsay. You're telling us you found the treasure. The guy that searched up that found the hole in Colorado. There was another guy that found a hole in
dear Liza, there's a hole in
at Philmont
forest,
Ranch.
Dear Liza,
Right.
a hole.
And his evidence was a picture of a hole. That's not evidence of having found the treasure.
A picture of a hole.
Right, because I can find lots of holes in the forest that I
At
can take
least
pictures
Forrest
of.
can take has
Right.
taken a picture of the
Right.
chest with the
So if you want me to
stuff in
believe
it.
that you found the treasure and whatever you feel about it, you're leaving it there for posterity, or you're leaving it there till the spring, or you're leaving it there to surprise everybody. If you want me to believe you, send me some evidence. Until then, meh. Right? It's an evidence-based world. Right? You can't change the facts. You can make up all the opinions you want, and you're entitled
like
to do
a
that.
theme
I
song.
do it all the time. If you want me to believe you, show me some evidence. Evidence. Your opinion,
facts of life.
your guesses, your theories,
facts of
none of
life.
those are evidence. Evidence is a photograph of the treasure chest and the treasure in the chest. If you want to leave it there, fine. Otherwise, it's just hearsay. You're not going to convince me. Text messages. You guys should consider, names are temporary. Yes, they are temporary. Let's see. Here is, I'll give you this one. This is not the home of Brown from Okie Tarman. It's a picture of a cliff. Okay. It's not the treasure.
a cliff. The cliff.
Wow,
the cliff.
look at this. You know what we can do? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you ready?
Freddy. Ready spaghetti.
Evidence. Otherwise, it's the rooster, brother. It's the rooster for you. Okay. Evidence. All right. I got to go here. And I got to play this. Cha-cha-ta. Yay. Guess what? Wow. Hold on. Got a frog in my throat. I'm going to turn yours off. Oops, we got a text message. Phone lines are open, 202-815-1171. Call me and share your New Year's resolutions.
There's a call in the bucket.
Let's see. Names of the dividend of where warm water salt. Madison River doesn't freeze. Above having been late. Hammer freezes. Oh, okay. Nice solution there. Jim in Ohio. He's looking in the Hebgen Lake area. Hebgen. Did I say the phone number? 202-815-1171. Call in and tell me what your life is all about and how you plan to make yourself better in 2020.
Anytime, call me.
Is this Friday? Is the phone working?
Usually we have a call by now. Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Let's give us a phone call. I don't know. Let me check and see. Let me dial my other phone.
Dial your other phone. $12 That's right, Tony Russi. 12 birds today. I hear the phone ringing.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to talk over the top of it because, you know.
No, don't worry about it. I think that was just they remonetized it. So
after.
I won no. They hold the monetization. They hold your earnings until the thing is resolved, and then you do it.
Huh.
Hey, it's Doug Carver from Prince Edward Island.
PE.
Hey, Doug, it's Toby and Shelley. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
How are you doing?
Great. Yourself?
I am stellar.
Well, I'm getting tired of being out in the woods, so I'm going to just stay inside.
Oh, is it cold?
Well, I had 60 years of woods, so I'm
Oh.
getting tired of it.
What were you doing? What did you do that you spent in the woods?
Oh, I didn't. Basically, land development is what my profession was.
Oh.
I was like a professional laborer for a land development company.
Oh, in Canada, the whole time in Canada?
Yeah. For most
So-
of my thing, a car dealership when I was younger, when I was 18 years old.
Oh, my family owned car dealerships. They were
Yeah.
all my father and my uncles were all car dealership owners.
Anyways, my resolution for the new year is try to keep it more simpler. And I'm sorry for sharing other people's solves and leading down a path of they're sort of my solves, but how can they be my solve when I can't even convince myself that it's a solve?
Yeah, that's why we share everything that we know about our theories. Since we don't have the treasure, so they're just that theories. And if you want to share them, but what's funny about it is half the people don't want to know about it anyway because they have their own theories. So I don't think it's a problem sharing
Yeah.
theories. I think you can share as much as you want.
Well, so I started on a brand new one.
Oh, good. Give me the. I need the. We got 10 minutes, right? So give me the short version
Okay.
of your brand new one.
I'll make it real quick. Okay. Take 3 glasses of water.
Yeah.
Hot,
Yeah.
warm,
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
Okay. So then that means there's 2 possibilities where warm water is halt because you're not looking for warm water itself
Yeah.
as a still product.
Yeah.
So it's going to be either hot or cold.
Yeah. And
So-
help me out here. Where are you going with that?
Well, everyone's going for cold. So why can't it be hot?
You mean as opposed to warm?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's where it stops because when it stops being warm, it's hot.
When it stops being
And then
warm.
it stops.
Oh, okay. So that's interesting. So what you're suggesting is that warm waters halt where hot waters begin.
Kind of. It starts staying still instead of getting colder.
Yeah.
It gets just hotter.
Yeah, no, you know what? Honestly, that's
It
the first
stands
time.
still and just
Yeah.
starts getting hot
Yeah. I
instead
understand.
of cooling off.
I understand what you're
Because
saying.
Forrest gave an interesting thing. He said he can recover the treasure anytime he wants,
Yeah.
not us, when he wants. So that means that it mustn't get frozen to the ground. So it must be in a warm area.
In the Rocky Mountains.
Hello, you still-
No, I'm listening. I'm just not interrupting.
Oh, okay, no, not a problem.
Which is
Anyways,
unusual.
This is why he was confused.
yeah, great. Thank you, Shelley. I love watching some of your stuff too. Occasionally.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not very good at not interrupting, but go ahead.
No, not a problem. Quick other thing is Continental Divide has been mapped mostly and basically out of the Atlas. I think that's what he referred to that he thought was the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
Because he used the Continental Divide map for the United States.
Hey, so I have a question for you as long as I have you on the phone because I'm willing to bet you thought about this. So why
Yeah.
is it that if she only let's talk about a little bit about the little girl in India. So
Right.
she has a poem and a map of the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
What is it about the poem and a map of the Rocky Mountains that that would enable the little girl in India to find the first 2 clues?
Because it would give you because it was probably an Atlas map and more detail, probably like military that would be left over in India. What other map would be?
And you think she's looking at a map that's more detailed than, say, the New Mexico highway, New Mexico State highway map?
Yeah, well, it was a theoretical map, right?
Yeah, no. It was purely
That was a good map.
It was a poem and a good map. That's all we had.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
what theoretical good map would she be left with?
She'd be left with all those maps that the British left behind after they were kicked out of India.
Right. So if they had a map of the Continental Divide, which is basically the whole area of the Rockies, and what he based his map in Too Far to Walk on,
Yeah,
because he even said so.
yeah,
Because he knows that the Continental Divide goes from all the way from, what's your northern part of the United States with an A? Alaska. And goes all the way down through South America.
true. But I'm not sure what your
Yeah,
point
but-
is. What's the point?
Well, his point was when he was looking at the atlas of the Rockies, the Continental Divide that he was looking at only showed the United States.
Oh, I
That
see what
map
you're saying.
is a continent. That Continental Divide map is from an atlas, I think 1976.
Yeah,
Because I got an atlas here at home with that exact map. That's in Too Far to Walk. Maybe not that particular exact thing because we got a Canadian copy, right?
yeah. Did you watch the show last night? Have you watched the show last
Yeah,
night?
a little bit.
Because
A little bit, here and there.
I had a moment of brilliance. Let me see if I can remember what it was. Oh, so you remember, I've always said that one of the reasons we look at New Mexico is because in the book, Forrest Fenn wrote that he hid it somewhere in the mountains north of Santa Fe, right? And then in 2013, we did a video. He came out with Too Far to Walk. It had the map. It had the map in it, in the back of Too Far to Walk, and he started using the Rocky Mountains. He made the comment
Yes.
about the little girl in India. And Shelley
Yes.
reminded me last night that it was actually the question that Jenny Kyle asked. And Jenny
That
Kyle...
was later.
No. Yeah, it was 2016. But the point is, Jenny Kyle asked, the little girl in India has the poem and a map of the Rocky Mountains. Those are Jenny Kyle's words, not Forrest Fenn's,
Yes,
right? A map of the Rocky Mountains.
that was her question.
Right. Now, you tell me, have you ever seen a map of the Rocky Mountains?
Yes.
Really? Where?
And it's under. I posted it on Mike's thing through Facebook. It's Thermal Springs.
Thermal Springs in the Rocky Mountains, and it has it's an entire map of the Rocky Mountains. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, plus more because it's now digitized,
Yeah.
and so they do all of the whole states if you want, and it's military style
Yeah.
with terrain. It was posted probably somewhere around December 15th on that writer's thing.
Well, the next time, do me a favor, get that link, and
I have it here on the computer. You could
text it
I could
or
send
email
it
it.
off
No,
to you easily.
email it to me, because I would love to see.
Yes.
I have in my 71 years, I've never seen a map of the Rocky Mountains. I've seen maps of the United States in which the Rocky Mountains were indicated as a feature, but I've never seen a map of the Rocky Mountains. Now, one of the folks that was in our room last night said they referred me to a map of the Rocky Mountains. It turned out to be a map of Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado. It was not a map. I'm looking for a folded map.
Yes.
That on the front of that folded map it says Rocky Mountains. Have you ever seen one of those? I don't think there is one.
Unfortunately, we lost that company. It was Atlas. Atlas went out of business, basically.
So here's the point that I'm going to make. The only map I've ever seen of the Rocky Mountains is the one in Too Far to Walk.
Yeah, it's one, but there's no detail in that. Not enough, I don't think, for a little girl in India, even theoretically, to find anything.
All right, we're over
It's
at
not
10 minutes.
detailed enough.
Last thoughts. 10 minutes.
Yeah, anyways, that thermal spring thing was exactly the same map as what she was talking about. But that was a national park map. They have a thermal section of maps.
Yeah, great.
Same company.
Got it.
That U.S. blah blah blah. Thank you very much, Toby.
Hey, you have a good.
You and Shelley have a great New Year's.
You have a great 2020. And healthy, happy, and prosperous.
Anyways, there's a hot spring resort. I think you should go there.
Okay, where?
It's near Highway 111.
All right. And what's
off of 285?
Okay.
It's a nice, beautiful hot spring, and there's a weird sign there that I've seen posted, something about the waters.
Oh, interesting.
So it's a beautiful thing, even if it's just kind of a day thing and you just kind of wander around there. And it's not that far from either one of you, I don't think.
Yeah. All right. We will take a look.
Great.
Happy New Year.
That's my big hit for the year.
Great
Thank
job.
You.
Have a great 2020.
You too.
I don't know why my throat is...
Justin Watts says, Fenn just mentioned New Mexico is overlooked in a recent interview, many focusing on Montana and Wyoming, but New Mexico overlooked? ?
Yeah, I would say he hasn't looked at the survey. The survey results indicate that New Mexico wins the search state, where the treasure is, by a plurality. So I don't feel like they're overlooking it. That doesn't mean there aren't people searching in Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana, but New Mexico is still the #1 state for searchers, according to the survey.
Yeah.
An aeronautical map would be damned interesting. The VFR maps, because it does, but I don't think it breaks out the Rocky Mountains. Hey, you reached Toby and Shelley. Happy New Year. What's your name and what's your question?
Hey, Toby.
Hey, do me a favor.
I guess your time. Yeah, I've turned it down.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Toby, you've talked to me a couple of times.
And what's your name again, so I remember?
It's Tom Terrific.
Oh, yeah, okay. I have talked to you. Hi, Tom.
Yeah. In fact, you were looking on the other side of the Rio Grande, and I had tried to convince you it was on the west side of the Rio Grande. But, to make a long story short, I know you want to focus on one clue, and I'm going to tell you that there is a scrapbook that was recently done. It's scrapbook number 237, and it was posted on Dal's site. Now, if you look really carefully at that scrapbook, you'll understand why the little girl in India can get the two clues. Because everybody in the morning wakes up, and that's what they face. When you and I were kids, we went out into the northern New Mexico, and we would wash our face and warm water in one of those kind of basins that he's got on Dal's site at 237. Just look at that scrapbook.
Okay.
Now, also take a really close look at the scrapbook where he's got a picture of a box with a bunch of $1 coins in them that he claims are worth $3,500
each.
No, 3,500 total.
Oh, okay.
There's 880 coins in it. But do a right-click copy on it, enlarge the image, rotate it. Tell me who's in the center coin.
Oh, okay.
And who put those coins in there.
Again, tell me where I can find that image.
That's on scrapbook 242, I think.
Okay.
Let me look here real quick. Let's see. Yeah.
232 or 242?
242. 240, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think it is. 241.
241
is the scrapbook. Do a right-click copy on the third picture. And by the way, look just below there. There are 3 crosses on that same scrapbook.
Okay.
Those 3 crosses represent a word in Spanish, if you have three crosses, what do you call it?
Tres
What
cruces.
is the cross in Spanish?
Cruces. Tres cruces. Three
Tres
crosses.
cruces.
Right.
Guess where that center coin is? A place in New Mexico. That guy's memorial is right here in New Mexico. And I wrote 3 years ago, I wrote an article that's had over 1 million hits on Dal's site. Dal told me, he said, we're getting thousands of hits on it.
Yeah.
That was about winter thoughts. So
I remember that. I remember that article.
You read it.
Yeah.
You read it.
I did.
We discussed it. When Fenn moved to New Mexico in 1970, 71, when he came here, the big thing was they had just redone that railroad up in the Cumbres and Toltec.
Right.
When they redid the railroad, they went out and just advertised the heck out of it. I mean, people from Santa Fe, Albuquerque, Denver, everywhere came to ride the train. It's very possible that he came either with his dad and his mom. They would have all been alive then, and maybe even his brother was alive then. I would be shocked if his brother wasn't alive when they may have done that.
Yeah.
But remember, it's only a 90-mile drive.
Yeah.
It's not very far. So if you drive 90 miles and you're on the border, well, what's on page 9 in The Thrill of the Chase?
Oh.
What's the big word on page 9? Why didn't he go to collected bookworks? No, he went to Borders bookstore, not Collected Works. He'd been a customer for 40 years. Why would he go over to Borders and buy a book on For Whom the Bell Tolls? Why would he do that? He didn't.
I don't think he did. I think he enhanced the story.
Exactly, and I think the key there was Borders, but I think the Warm Water Halt is a basin.
Yeah.
And you just said it in Spanish. So look at it, and then tell me where the Cumbres and Toltec Railway is.
All right. Oh, you mean right now?
Read Winter. Well, no, I'm finished talking now,
Yeah.
but he has really spoiled what I have known for a long time, and he's mad at me. Forrest is. I know he's mad at me because some time ago, it's kind of like your relationship with him.
Oh no, you don't want to compare. You do not want to compare your relationship with him with my relationship.
Well, you remember the night at the Collected Works when you and I were sitting there. You were filming it, and I was the first one to ask him a question, and I asked him if the blaze was something that was actually living, or was it a memorial?
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Everybody changed the subject that was sitting around him, including him. He really didn't hear it.
So this was this was the Collected Works in October of 2013.
No, much later.
Oh,
much later.
November 2nd of 2017.
Right.
Yeah.
The one where he had the stars that he's fishing for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The other, it's a collection of scrapbooks. But let me tell you, those scrapbooks have got the key to this thing. And it's there somewhere. The problem is it's camouflage. I have been looking all over that area. I've been up there probably 20 times.
Yeah.
And I've been looking over the area, and he's got it camouflaged. It's got to be camouflaged. Otherwise, somebody would have seen it. He said that many people have been within 500 feet. Treasure.
Yeah.
I also told you about the coordinate 106. Okay.
Yeah.
You remember when
I remember the conversation. Yeah.
Okay. The 106 coordinate in the Rocky Mountains goes all the way through New Mexico, up into Colorado, up into Wyoming. Where he crashed when he was in his bailout over Laos was the 106th parallel in the Eastern Hemisphere. Now, is that coincidence? Do you think he had a deja vu feeling when he rode that train or whatever through the middle of the Toltec Gorge, and he says, gosh, this looks like where I crashed?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very possible.
It is
That's
possible.
the reason I'm looking there, and that's where it's at. And I'll tell you, when it's found, it's going to be found somewhere around there. And I know it's just look at that center coin, do a right-click copy, and tell me which president that is.
Well, somebody in the room wrote, where is it? Save your time on the dollar coin. It's Ulysses S. Grant upside down in the center of the box in
No,
scrapbook.
it's not.
Lincoln
It's
and Nixon.
Garfield.
Oh, okay.
It is Garfield.
Oh, and Garfield is the one that has the memorial up there in on the Toltec.
Congratulations. Now you got it.
All right.
Okay, but I've been looking around there, and I feel very certain that it's around there somewhere. Somebody's going to find it.
But if I remember correctly, the conversation you and I had, you were looking above the canyon. I don't remember. You remember my video, the one where I took the picture of the train, and it for 11 minutes I followed the train out of the Toltec tunnel there at the Garfield Memorial, and I go all the way into the border of Colorado. Right.
I'm standing on a brass marker that is on Dal's site. If you go, that brass marker is in the Book of Blazes, and that is exactly where I'm standing.
Yeah.
Right on it. I'm on the border.
All right.
And guess what? It's 880 yards from where I was standing to Garfield Memorial. Now, why did he say it was 880 coins? 880 coins wouldn't fit in that box.
Mm-hmm. So you think there's some very distinct relationship between...
And guess how many hits I had on my video the day he put that out? 3,500.
Wow.
Look at what the value is. 3,500.
Hmm.
You can go look at how many views I have right now. 3,700. So I've had 200 more views on my video that I created
after that scrapbook.
So, right. If you look at that really carefully, right across there is the Cruces Wilderness.
Cruces Basin Wilderness.
Yeah. Wilderness.
Yeah.
Right. And there's 3 crosses below that. So do you think that's just look at I mean, I've got all the evidence I need, but he is filling this place with hunters now.
Yeah.
Because he's mad at me.
Yeah.
And that's the reason he's doing it. He even says revenge. If you look at some of those scrapbooks, one of them is about revenge. And he says 2 or 3 times that he's getting revenge on somebody. And even that one next to this is that if you go to the next scrapbook, it's got a picture of a picture, okay, that he supposedly had dug out of an Arizona Sinagua Pueblo.
Yeah.
And that its nose is too high. Well, he's telling somebody that either their nose is stuck in the air or they're looking too high. Their nose is up too high. Mm. Yeah, just read it.
All right,
anyway,
I will.
That's about all I got to say about that.
All right,
but
thanks
I'm telling you, this place it's going to be found right there. That's where it's at.
All right. Thank you for calling in, and have a great 2020, and we look forward to you finding the treasure.
All right, 10-4.
Take care. Phone lines are open for a little while more. Are you handling that without any trouble, or do you want the screen?
Yeah. Okay. Pretty soon, YouTube's just going to figure out that this person needs to be shut down completely.
Yeah.
Based on their IP.
Well, it's funny because it's so childish. You know, it's just...
Yeah, well. Some people know how to use YouTube and some do not.
Seems like a big waste of time. Anyway, phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for calling in. It is Sturm. Hey, Sturm, it's Toby and Shelley. Happy New Year.
Yeah, what up, big dog?
I'm staying out of trouble, and you?
I feel it, yeah, same.
Yeah, that's good.
Stay off.
So, hey, so talk to us about your last week's adventure.
Oh, I mean, I don't really feel like I should. I just really wanted to call in for a question, and then B, also to say that last caller was absolutely wrong.
No. We have an agreement with everybody. No, if you don't have the treasure, then nobody is wrong. It's all theory and opinion, and you can't be wrong about theory and opinion.
Well, my opinion is that dude was absolutely wrong. But, all right. So it's been what, 9 to possibly 11 years since Ben has hit in the
at least 9.
Indulgence.
Yeah, at least 9, maybe more, depending.
So I don't know if you guys have been out to, certain spots over the years and seen how, the landscape's changed.
Hold on
For
just
10
a sec.
years.
I'm going to try something, and if I kick you out accidentally, just call back. But what I'm trying to do is figure out how to. Okay, good, got that. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah. What I was saying is just a lot can happen in 9 to 11 years.
Yeah.
So given that, do you think a metal detector is required? I mean, ideally, you solve the poem.
Yeah.
You proceed with confidence. You got to the right spot. But even if you're within 5 feet of the chest and it's been, hit with deadfall, hit with wind debris, storm debris, whatever, odds are there's a good chance that it's been covered.
Well, I think there's two things. Number one, in order for it to be covered, it has to be in the open. And I can't imagine he just set it on top of a rock someplace. I imagine that he found a niche. I mean, if I was hiding a treasure, I wouldn't put it out in the open. I'd put it in a niche where it was protected, from the elements. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be perfectly protected. It could be, but there are plenty of places. I can go into those rocks above the Toltec Gorge, and you can find hundreds of places.
Not there, of course, but
well, we don't know that. But any place that you've been, just look at the rocks that you're dealing with in the area, and there are hundreds of places, niches to places where it would be protected from the weather. The other thing too is the metal detector thing. You have to imagine that. How far out in front are you metal detecting? And the answer is 3 at the most. You're 3 feet in front of your feet, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're headed in the right direction, even if it was hidden out, if it was in the open, and if it was covered by debris, eventually you're going to trip over that debris. And one of the things that he's always said is you're not going to stumble over that treasure. And I took that, some people take that to mean that you're not going to accidentally find the treasure. I took him literally. And that is,
I mean, he
you're
also
not going
says,
to
like,
stumble.
If he heard about a treasure hunt, he'd go out into the Rockies and flip every single log out there. Right?
Yeah, that's what I think he said that early on in the chase. He mentioned it. Just go out and flip over some logs, see what you find. So I am one of those treasure hunters that has a metal detector, and I've taken it with me every time we've been out, and I've just never taken it out of the truck. I've never seen any reason to take it out of the truck. Now, on the other hand, there's times where we've been in locations that it's kind of fun to do some metal detecting, the BLM land around around
the treasures.
Yeah, the Rio Grande near Pilar. It's always fun because you're going to find all kinds of stuff there. As a matter of fact, that's where I taught Shelley how to metal detect. So
I've been in it for 2 years now.
Yeah,
and the first year, never thought I'd need a metal detector.
Yeah.
But now, in order to absolutely rule out a solve, I think you have to have a metal detector in order to at least cross a place off of the map.
All right. Well, let's since you're serious about this, let me ask a couple of questions. Mm-hmm. Now, we know that there's a price range of metal detectors, and on the low end, you can walk into Cabela's and buy one for $79. Mm-hmm. On the high end, you can find the Garrett website, and you could spend $4,000 or $5,000 on a metal detector. What are you suggesting? What kind of metal detector are you suggesting is going to work?
I mean, honestly, that's why I called and asked. I'm very amateur when it comes to metal detecting.
Yeah.
Just picked up my first one, Black Friday.
Yeah.
Got a banger of a discount on, I think it retails at $300.
Who's the manufacturer?
I mean, I honestly don't even know. I tested it, the night before, in the hotel.
Yeah.
Before I went out, and I brought a tub of pennies with me too.
Yeah.
Got out to my spot or whatever, or I guess where I parked my car, buried the pennies and just made sure they'd at least ding on the metal detector. But the benefit of bringing those pennies was every few steps, you chuck a couple out behind you. That way, if any searchers are on your trail, they end up getting a little distracted.
Well, that's see, the other thing with a metal detector is there's certain public lands that you're not allowed to dig up stuff, and that's what the metal detector is for. And what it does is if you bump into a ranger in one of those national parks and you have a metal detector, he's going to arrest you and take away your metal detector, right?
Right.
But the other thing about it,
the other thing about pause it. Can I pause it there real quick? Because people, I mean, I know a lot of people are looking at national parks, but as a conservationist myself and somebody who absolutely loves our national parks and the outdoors, stay on the fucking trails.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Like, honestly, guys,
I'm going to write you a letter if we lose monetization.
Yeah, hey, I'll throw you a couple hundo more bucks.
You already have. So.
You already have.
I'm just saying, like certain lands need to be protected and preserved for
Agreed, and that's why we don't think
and your kids stay on the park or stay on the trails.
Right, we agree. But the other thing that I was going to tell you about metal detectors is they're so sensitive. Somebody's mentioning the Garrett Ace 250. That whole Garrett Ace line is reasonably priced, and they brought the technology along that's just amazing. But the simple fact of the matter is, once you're up there, they become a distraction because they pick up. If you're not an experienced, to be a really good metal detector, you have to be able to interpret the sounds that you're hearing and the readings that you're getting. And what you're getting is hits every time you swing that thing, and you end up with a bunch of pop top lids and bottle caps and things like this. So that's the only problem with a metal detector is sometimes it's just not worth the distraction.
Right. Well, I'll counter that by saying, if you're at an area where that you're not going to be picking up that sort of thing.
Yeah.
For instance, one of
off the
my
trail,
buddies,
right?
Yeah.
Off the trail.
Well, and in like virgin land too, that hasn't been cultivated or renovated or built upon before. But I've got a buddy who actually may be in the chat right now. He's got a juicy metal detector, and he says like you can't even wear metal, when you're rocking that bad boy.
Yeah.
So what I posed to him, if he's listening, bro, let's go 50-50. We'll go no clothes, full nude, buck wild, boost out there and just recover the chest.
Oh, hell, you will make money on the photographs.
I mean, Wonder Hussy makes a ton doing it. So
she does, doesn't she?
Why not me?
We love Wonder Hussy.
We think she's do you good. Really want an answer to that?
Yeah. What's that?
Wonder Hussy. I don't even
because
know
women can see naked men anytime they want. All they got to do is say, hey, why don't you take your clothes off?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, yeah,
Guys
okay.
Is that how it works? That's never worked on me. I mean, maybe if it was Shelley asking.
Yeah, if it was Shelley asking, you think?
Oh, well, maybe it's just me. Okay.
Yeah. All right, sir. We're coming up on the 10-minute mark, so thanks for calling in, and thanks for the thoughts. And, I think what you'll find, and I'm going to share my experience. I bought the metal detector thinking that it was going to help me. And it became more of a I don't want to say it's a distraction. It's fun to use I like taking my grandsons out and I metal detect, and then I plant the little, metal tagged flag in the ground. They dig it up and they find a quarter. They love that. But
I still think you have to bring it. You have to scan your spot if you want to rule it out. Otherwise, bring a D10 and bulldoze that.
Nice. Yeah. Let's just take a D10 with us. I think what's going to be real helpful to me is this endoscope that I bought. Because I think the endoscope.
Is that the thing that doctors use?
Yeah, well, it is, but you can buy them on eBay for $18 now. So I'm not going to suggest you buy one expressly for using it in the same way that doctors do. I put it on the end of my walking stick, and I'm going to use it for looking in areas that I can't reach down into. Just kind of, and it works. It's amazing. It's
Does it have a flashlight on it?
It does. It has LED lights on the end, so it is actually lit. It has its own battery, and it communicates via wireless to your smartphone. So
how much does it weigh?
How much does it weigh?
Yeah.
Less than 6-7 ounces.
Oh, okay.
Find them on eBay. Just look, go to eBay. They're all made in China, of course. Go to eBay and look up endoscope. And the only difference in them is the length of the cable that you can buy one. I bought the one that was 3 feet, but you can buy one of up to 18 feet. And they're $20. They're less than $20. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good looks, big dog. Talk to you later.
Yeah, we look forward to it.
All right. Peace out.
2020. I think we have time
Somebody's
for one.
requesting a naked photo from you now.
A naked photo. You don't want a naked photo from me. Although
William
I do.
does.
I have a naked photo from when I had just left Ranger School, so I was looking pretty good. Yeah.
You still have that?
I still have that.
Oh, I have to see that
No,
one.
I'm not going to see that. You're my friend.
Oh,
I send that. I send that so if I get anybody that wants wants a pic, I send them that one. Here's how I looked 50 years ago. Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your question about Happy New Year, and what's your question about the search?
Happy New Year, Toby. Joe Treasure Hunter.
Hey, Joe.
Hey. No, I get where you're coming from.
Hey, is evidence too much to ask? Is evidence too much to ask?
Oh, no. I have no problem. I'll go get it. I just have to go back.
All right.
The conditions when I went, there's two ways in.
Yeah.
There's a long way. He didn't want to be seen.
Yeah.
So he took the long way.
Okay.
I went the short way, and when I was dropped off, I didn't. When I exited the car,
yeah,
I left my phone. Otherwise, I'd already have it. But I will go back and get it. It's not a problem. It really isn't.
You don't need to get it. All you need is a cell phone. Don't get a cell phone. Turn off your GPS, and take a picture with your cell phone and send me the picture. That's all I need.
Well, at the time, I wasn't even planning on trying to prove anything to anybody anyway.
So what changed? What changed between that time and now, where you want to tell people you know where this treasure is? What changed?
Well, my health, for one.
Oh, why your health?
There's so much irony. He had kidney trouble.
Yeah.
I'm in stage 3 right now. I don't know what you would call it. Maybe remission or stable or whatever. And it's probably
of cancer?
Show the same doctor. I mean, it's irony, really.
Yeah.
I mean, Dr. Charon, I think I heard Dr. Charon when I was talking to him about it. I think he said, well, I think I treated him one time.
Oh, interesting.
But I mean, what are the odds? Really?
So it's kidney cancer for you as well?
No, it's not cancer. I've got stage 3 kidney disease.
Oh, I see.
And I'm stable. Yeah. I'm actually getting better, putting on weight. But I was in the same frame of mind he was, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. And I thought, how funny would it be, if he does go back there and do what he intends to do?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. You know what I'm saying? So I understood where he was coming from, and I figured, well, if it comes down to that, there probably wouldn't be any better place to go.
So
that's how.
But you've got to agree that if you're going to make a statement, if anybody is going to make a statement that they know where the treasure is, the least you can do is provide evidence, because effectively at that point you're saying something that would not hold up in a court of law.
No, it's fine. I can go get it. It's not a problem. I can go get it.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with you. Fine.
All right.
Okay. If that's really what you have to have, to go and document this with me, is fine. I don't care.
If you can bring that, then I will make that.
Now I've got to go all the way back there. In the chest. If you want to know about the condition of the chest and the situation with that, and the reason why I said nobody's going to stumble onto it is because it's flush with the ground. Okay.
It's flush with the ground. So Sturm was concerned about it being covered with detritus, as we like to call it.
Well, no, I mean, the wind has put, fine.
Kiwi, he's in New Mexico. Somebody was asking your state. It's New Mexico.
Yeah, I'm in New Mexico.
Yeah.
The wind picks up fine particles, okay?
Yeah.
And puts them in there.
Yeah.
Now, you can take your hand and find it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't hard, and I covered it right on back.
So based on what you know about it, could Sturm was asking us, could a metal detector have helped?
You don't even need it.
You can see it.
It's where it's at that makes it. All you have to do, literally, is take your hand and feel around. You don't need it. Mm. You literally go right to it. There's no way you can miss it. It's right there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Don't do anything that puts your life at risk.
Oh, no.
But when you get a chance.
No, that's why it's still sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm going to go and do that. And I'm not going to be able to pull it out till July. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do it on the 4th. Mm-hmm. I need the 4th of July cover. And because there's 2 situations I'm going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
And once I've got it out of there, I'm going to have 3 to 5 seconds to throw something back in there.
Why do you think that sounds very Indiana Jones to me? What's that about?
Well, why don't you talk to Forrest about that?
Oh, right.
If you saw the poem,
why do you guys assume that Forrest and I talk regularly? We don't talk.
No, I mean, I don't assume it. I mean, I've called him every now and then.
Yeah.
You know, and I say very, very little. I mean, I got a lot of respect for him, the way he thinks, the way he approaches things. It's very attractive.
Yeah.
And it's not hard to get caught up in that.
Yeah.
And I haven't told him, hey, you know, I've got 10 digits that I can give him and he'll know. There's so many things I can say, he'll know.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he wants to go back and get it, fine. It is where it is. I've seen it. I've touched it. I know where it is. He said if I decide to change my mind, he's got that right. But until then, I'm the only other one.
Yeah.
I mean, whether he wants to admit it or not, say, okay, you know, Joe figured it out. I did. And I can prove no problem. There's here's problem.
Here's the way to handle that. Get the picture and share it. Share it with me, and I will share it with him and get a response.
Well, he already knows. He does, trust me.
All right.
I could show you where that treasure chest is with a G.I. Joe and a shot glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've agreed on what actions to take, and it would be the least I would do to anyone else.
I shouldn't have said that.
What's that?
I got wrapped up in the conversation. I shouldn't have said that.
And now it's recorded for posterity on our YouTube channel.
Oh, wonderful.
So,
yeah.
As a matter of fact, I am going to put a note in the chat right now that says, make sure you take note of what Joe just said.
Oh, man, come on.
Yeah, here we go. I'm writing it right now.
No, there's actually probably a couple of people other than me.
Yeah.
I just let the cat out of the bag.
All right.
But, yeah, that could be a problem for me.
Yeah.
No, all right, I'll, damn it. Happy New Year.
Hey. No. That wasn't. You say Happy New Year like this. Happy New Year, Shelley and Toby.
Right.
Happy New Year, Joe. And I hope you have a healthy, happy, and prosperous 2020. That's how you say Happy New Year.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
That's what we want for everybody. For everybody.
All right.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, buddy.
All right, we had a couple of super chats when we were looking.
Oh, 3D Bronze. Is this Douglas Preston? 3D Bronze says,
no,
it's not Douglas. Joe Treasure Hunter.
Apparently. Sternworm gave us $11 for 11 minutes.
Oh,
thanks
and
for
I
the
see.
advice.
Did you see Sternworm? I got some other additional information there for you. When we were talking last night on the New Year's Eve show, he said he lived a couple of blocks away from the VA hospital.
Who does?
Joe Treasure Hunter.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what he said last night.
Oh, okay.
So
there was another one earlier, but I missed it.
Who did we miss?
It was a while ago.
Somebody wants a picture, text message, a picture of me naked on the trail. Oh my God! Stop
Just
that.
go look at the one of Cynthia and be happy.
Yeah, be happy you have. Be happy that you have Cynthia. Let's see.
And be happy.
Let's see. All right, we got some messages. We'll handle
wants
those.
to know if you're going to the WSOF.
When is it? Oh, is that the one mid-February?
Valentine's Day, I guess.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
No, we have Valentine's plans.
We have Valentine's Day plans.
We're going to do our show. It's Friday.
It's a Friday. I don't know the answer to that question. I will I will look at the schedule and see what we can work out.
We're going to have champagne.
We're going to have champagne. We have a bottle of champagne saved for that
we're
day.
saving up all our alcohol drinking for that night.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, okay.
No. I've been good right up until last night.
Uh-huh. Well, there you go.
So.
There you go.
Okay, phones lines are locked down. We'll see you guys. Oh, wait, I had this great plan. So let me see if I can do this right.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see. I'm going to do it at, the 2-hour mark. So then I know, right.
Well, Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for spending your New Year's Day evening with a Gypsy's Kiss. We appreciate you. We appreciate all your questions, comments, calls, texts, emails, and super chat as well. Thank you so much for all of that. And you've made it a really great 2018 for us, 2019 for us.
2019.
And we're looking forward to a great 2020 as well.
And we're looking forward to a great 2019.
Yeah. I'm going to be running a New Year challenge. If you're interested, go check out thesofterside.live. Look at today's video, learn more about it. And for Gypsy's Kiss, I'm Shelley Carney.
Thanks for sticking with us tonight. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did. We look forward to seeing you on Friday night, 7 p.m. Softer Side will not be showing on Friday, but the World Sand Project will be. And I will be alone on Friday, right?
I'll
be on my own, so
maybe
we can...
you can call Cynthia over.
Yeah, that would be cute. We'll have Cynthia over. And thanks for helping us to get to 6,000 subscribers. That's quite a thing, and we're very comfortable that we're going to make it through the end of the year. You guys have a great rest of the New Year's Day.